Welcome to the 3 ways to be more accessible with your services without sacrificing your revenue. Hi, I'm Jess Lipman. I'm a mindful business coach and founder of the Mindful Nest. I'm a certified unified mindfulness trainer with over 10 years of professional marketing experience in personal development. And I've worked with some of the best in the industry, including Brendan Burchard, Jim Quick, Success Magazine, and more. And today, I love helping healing arts, mental health, mindfulness trainers, and life coaches holistically and sustainably run their business and make their impact. And I do so by fusing together trauma informed mindfulness strategies and also trauma informed digital marketing and product strategies. So, today I'm going to dive in with you on these 3 ways to be more accessible with your services. And I'll just start by saying being accessible to people at different income levels does not necessarily mean that you need to charge lower rates for your private coaching or counseling. And it doesn't mean you need to offer your private coaching or counseling exclusively on a sliding scale. I see this happening often in the healing arts and mindfulness space, this desire to be accessible to everyone at all levels of service and programs. And that does include for many people their private one on one coaching or counseling time. And so there can be this pressure to integrate the donation model into your own business model. And the reality is, though, that if you want to propel your mission forward most skillfully, you need to adequately fund your business and this mission. And that does necessitate that you charge certain rates for your different services and programs. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about today is how can you be more accessible to everyone, but without discounting your most exclusive high tier programs in the process of doing that. And I'm going to offer a perspective to support you in honoring your time, honoring your energy, honoring the expertise and resources that all go into your programs and services while also making your work accessible to people, even those who cannot afford your high tier programs like private coaching or counseling. And this approach is very much centered on diversifying your revenue streams and the services you offer. So if you find that you are only offering private coaching or counseling, that's the only service or product you have, this can be this opportunity for you today to think about and explore what could it look like to diversify that, to start offering additional things in honor of being more accessible, but without discounting that private coaching or counseling that you currently offer exclusively. So let's get started. Number one, I invite you to offer workshops if you are not already doing so yet. This is a really great way to be accessible to people. And this is an example of a low tier program that could range from the price point of $27 all the way to $97 to attend. For some people, they offer free workshops. So that's also an option, or even on sliding scale. This helps you add value in a group setting, which is a one to many model. This is a fundamental feature of being more accessible without discounting yourself is can you be in the room for that hour and serve 30 people instead of just one person in a way that's truly impactful and accessible to more people, and also that funds the mission, that helps you feel resourced and in a reciprocal way in the process. And so that one feature of this is that you don't go into as much depth, perhaps, as you would with private coaching or counseling, or as you might with a multi-week or multi-month program. Workshops are a great way to get people results. And it's also a great way to demonstrate what's possible with you down your ambition line. An ambition line is essentially the story that you tell, the mission that you propel people through across multiple services and products and programs. So it's not just through one product or service like private coaching or counseling, but perhaps there's a sequence of different offerings you provide to people at different price points and also at different depth levels too. And so you can see workshops as a taster as much as it's also a full, complete experience. And this kind of illuminates the fact that Different services and programs could offer an opportunity for people to get a taste of your work. So it's not complete in the sense that you don't solve all their problems in one workshop, but rather you give them a taste of what it might be like to work with you. You give them an example of what it could feel like to be in a group setting with you facilitating, or you give them a taste of some of the things that come into your paid services and programs at a higher level. And you do this within 90 minutes. So it's a great introduction to your work, but it also can be that complete experience. If someone can't afford your private coaching at $200 to $300 per session or higher, depending on what your value proposition is, this is a great alternative. This is a space where they can get results with you. They can get the support from you at a level of depth and accessibility that works within your overall business and that honors the overall mission. So that's workshops. The next one, number two, is I invite you to offer a group program. This is another one to many model kind of example and can be an ongoing group coaching program. It can be a 6 to 8 week group program or more than that. It can even be a self-paced online course, something that someone purchases and then they go through the training materials, the videos, the audio modules. Maybe there's reflection prompts or worksheets that is paced for their own availability. And there's no live time of yours that's included in that program. So these are all options for a group program and what I might refer to as like a mid-level program in your ambition line. This can range in terms of price from $97 all the way to $1,000 or even higher, depending on the depth of content and the value proposition that you're offering in that kind of program. So, for people where your high tier private coaching or counseling is out of financial reach, this offers you an opportunity to get them the results and meet certain needs that private coaching or counseling may not be able to meet for them exclusively. That can include a sense of camaraderie, a sense of peer support that's available in a group setting over the course of multi weeks, a sense of belonging, and really, you can offer a depth of education and insight that can be delivered in a course, a self-paced course, or a live group setting, all within that one to many model. And it's a more affordable way to get involved and receive your support. So rather than going straight to discounting your private services or only offering your private coaching on sliding scale, think about how it might look in your business to offer an ongoing group or multi-week group or an online course that can help them get some results with you and not leverage your live time, energy, and resources at a sliding scale or reduced price model. And then the last one, number three, is I invite you to offer sliding scale spots for your programs and for your high tier programs like private coaching and counseling. But I invite you to cap those spots. So we only have so much time and energy in our healing arts or mindfulness business. That's a reality. And so you have only so much time on a weekly or monthly basis to serve your private coaching or counseling clients, which means you have a fixed allotment of slots. So I invite you to look at how much time do you actually have for the work that you're doing and what's actually required of you in your private coaching and counseling, energetically, logistically, from an administration perspective. Really take note of what is required for you to truly deliver the services that you want to and help people get the results that you help them achieve. So when you really think about that, that can actually help you determine, well, how many spots do I actually have available for this? Because when you have work to do before a session and then after a session, and consider the energy that's required to run a private coaching session or a counseling session, this can help you come into an understanding of the cap that you actually have on these spots. And so you get to be more flexible and root into that clarity of, okay, how many total spots do I have? And start to factor in the number of sliding scale spots you actually have capacity for. And so to be more flexible, why not allocate a certain percentage of spots to sliding scale? Factor in your financial goals and needs as you decide on the number of spots you have available at any given time at a sliding scale. And so that might look like defining what's your financial goals in your business. How does your private coaching and counseling factor in to those overall financial goals? What other programs and services can factor into achieving those financial goals? And really taking a zoomed out look at this greater picture to really determine, okay, how many spots can I actually afford to offer on a sliding scale? The second piece of this is to decide and define what is your sliding scale range. I would recommend that you give a range. So let's say your private coaching for a single session is $250 for 75 minutes. So a sliding scale version of that might look like maybe you offer it at 125 to 250 within that range. You offer that to the client and you say, within that range, what would you like to pay? What's available to you? And then they can choose. You can create a coupon code in a system. I use Kajabi for this. So you can create that coupon code, give it to them, let them check out using the order form to issue payment, and they get the discount that they've specified within your sliding scale model. So uh those are three strategies I can recommend to you to make yourself more available and to start to explore what it could really look like to define your financial goals in your business, really take inventory of the energy needs that your business requires, the expertise that you carry as a practitioner, the amount of support that you offer people, the amount of depth, and start to look at how can you diversify your revenue streams to really meet those goals and also be most impactful to people and most accessible. So I hope this supports you today. If you're interested in diving deeper with me, I invite you to download my free resource called How to Create Irresistible Program Offers. That's where I teach you how to really approach the process of creating a program offer in terms of pricing, what should be included, how can you be most impactful with your clients, and more. So, I invite you to download that down below. And with that, be well. I hope to see you soon.